I guess maybe that'll help right there. Today is a sad occasion, and I was testing something out. Let me actually take that off because I don't like how that looks. Well, I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do some new things. I want to make them. I'm gonna spruce up the look of the den a little bit. I had something going well, but one part wasn't working right, so maybe we try it Monday. But the year's 2020, and you know, doesn't matter where I go. My blackness is in question. Not just by my brethren in the urban communities. Some people call it the hood. They say, how can you not hate Trump? You're not black enough, or how do you listen to this, or how do you do that, or you're not black enough. Then, potential future presidential candidate tells me, hey man, if you're thinking for yourself out there as a black man in 2020, shame on you. I'm questioning your blackness. That's basically what he told me. So we'll talk about that. Tonight's pre-planned topic was about legalizing drugs, but we'll tie that in with Biden somehow and some of the other crazy things that have gone on this evening. But welcome to The Den. If you're not familiar with The Den is the best conversation on the internet. The reason why it is the best conversation on the internet is because of all of you wonderful people who tune in each and every evening. And I apologize. Last 2 evenings, I don't know why it hasn't been showing up. I don't know why it hasn't been, like, it's been something strange. Like, it shows up as, I guess, a future stream, but then when you go like the Den Show Live, it's supposed to take you straight to the live stream. It shows up as the next stream ahead of the game. So it's kind of weird. I don't know why it's been doing that. It was doing that yesterday, actually, too. So I don't know why the notification won't come. Like I said, even if I try to be ahead of time and actually be on time, because I was actually ready to go at 9, but since it wasn't going out, I ended up pushing it back. It's really unfortunate. So, anyway. Let's see who we got joining us, and then hang on. And then we'll get into it. So, as a Culture, aka the Dawn of the Discord. Hey, Jack. Hey, y'all. I got a thing. We got one or two options tonight in the Discord. We got karaoke, or we got movie night. We'll take a poll before the end of the stream, and y'all can let me know what y'all want to do. Now, look, I ain't gonna be up all night fucking around with y'all in Discord. Now that things are opening back up. Yes, you see this luxurious mane I must maintain. The fuck. So yeah, I get my wig split tomorrow. So yeah, I ain't gonna be up all night fucking around. 'Cause I gotta get up early. I'll be trying to get the earliest appointments I can because, like, I go to like a salon, right, to get my hair done. Not like an upscale, fancy salon. It's kind of not bougie or anything like that. But, like, we're gonna be talking about shit like I don't want to hear or talk about, honestly. Like, y'all have terrible conversations, right? I mean, the barbershop conversation is much better than a beauty shop conversation. And again, you can talk about the demographic, you can talk about where you're a man, you don't want to hear that shit. Of course I don't. So I try to get the, like, earliest appointments as possible so that I can kind of get in there and get out before, too many other people are in there, and then the conversation starts getting real weird. And that's why I say you women folk are no better than men. I've heard your conversation. I know what y'all be discussing. Y'all are all terrible people. But make sure y'all in the Discord. I say all that to say that. Broderick, John from New York, my favorite New Yorker. What's the motherfucking deal? Dre, shout out to Dre all the way in Canada. What's the motherfucking deal? We might watch some Trailer Park Boys, since Dre said he hasn't ever really watched Trailer Park Boys. Let's see. D the Gamma, James Harden. What's the motherfucking deal? Sweetberry, Brandon 335 in the motherfucking building. What's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to the stenographer. Savage Donald Trump. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Rob Myers. Oh man. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Let's see. Go DJ Dakota. What's the motherfucking deal? And hello, Ronald. Ronald, stay your ass out of fucking sauce sport. You ain't got no business in the sauce. You're not a fan of anything Houston or Texan related. Stay your ass up out of there. Don't question what's going on in there. It ain't none of your business what happens in the sauce. All right, so you just fall back. But all of you wonderful, great people, Uh, it is Friday. Actually made it on a Friday this time. So the topic is really about drugs, right? And I have my thoughts on that. But before we get into the topic of drugs, let's talk about Biden, right? And this is why I say, especially black people, if you don't realize that you're a pawn at this point, especially like Biden said a few things like in this run that like if you are a black person, you have not paid attention to what he's been saying. Like you're deliberately being dense. Like there's nothing that Joe Biden and Trump, if you are a black person, you're looking at Trump as a racist and all these other things, right? If you feel like if you're a black person who feels like that way about Trump, like there's no way you can't justify the same feelings, if not worse, openly and in public about Joe Biden. You're talking about a person who actually authored a crime bill that has had a significant impact on black neighborhoods. Part of the reason why y'all hollering about, the cops are shooting us down and things like that is because of that. Then you hear this comment right he made right now talking about if you got to decide between me and Trump, then you ain't black. Like go tell Charlemagne the God that, like, and y'all know how I feel about Charlemagne. He's questionable, but it's like, how do you 100-year-old white guy feel that comfortable, telling somebody that they ain't black? Like, do you get to control the narrative of the stereotype? Like, who are you to get to say so, right? Because we already talked about that being an issue in the black community. If you act a certain way, if you carry yourself a certain way, oh, you're not being black. Like, so that's an issue within the black community. And for all of you, who get mad when someone outside of the community speaks on something within the black community, this should make you livid, right? This should make you irate. This should be off limits, out of bounds. Because if he thinks that right now, you feel me, before getting elected, right? Then what do you think he's going to think of y'all after getting elected? So he thinks very little. He also made the statement about, blacks being the most loyal demographic, basically saying no matter what, that black people will vote for Democrat. He talked about that. I remember reading that while I was on a little vacation. And I was just like, wow. But he worded it so well that you wouldn't think anything of it. So, we sit here because the narrative, like I said, I heard all my life. And again, I'm not even still really like a super political person. It's just things that I observe more so ever since, really since the Trump thing, and then just kind of paying more attention to behavior and just people themselves and the double standards. We talked about double standards the other day. Because Biden can come out and say all the craziest stuff in the world. Biden can come out and do things that have had an impact on your communities and your families. And, these things are factual. These things are proven. Nothing speculated. But yet, Trump has allegations of, what was it, housing, Trump housing in the 80s or something like that, 70s, 80s, something like that, or whatever. And I don't know how it turned out. I have to, whatever the case is, and so that's on my part for not being informed of it. But yet, that's a big deal. Well, none of y'all was going to live in none of Trump shit anyway, right? Y'all wasn't going to go to none of those places anyway. And then allegations of things that he said, makes you mad. And so again, as a person I'm not a Trump lover, I'm not a Trump hater. Again, I'm just looking at it because I don't understand like all of the outrage. Like when I first heard of TDS, I thought that was like a joke, right? I was like, no, people aren't going there. Like people are really losing it. And again, you could probably say the same thing for the other side. Like when Obama was in office, like I'm sure there was things that he did that wasn't that big of a deal, but people lost their minds over. So you say what you want to say, but at this point, like instead of saying, "Hey, well, you ain't black enough, or you ain't black, you ain't this. Why don't you tell me what you're going to do for my ain't black ass, right? Like, what are you going to bring to the table that is going to benefit me and my blackness to compel us to want to vote for you? But you can't give us any of that. But yet you can question and challenge. Um, and again, like, normally I really don't care. And, I don't care about the racist. I don't like, and I don't even think that it was a racist. And oh, he's a fucking racist. He's a fucking idiot, and that's like where it's at. But does he have a belief that is deeply entrenched in him, and that black people will blindly vote for the Democratic Party? Absolutely. But is he wrong? That's the whole thing, right? Is he wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like that's my whole deal. Yeah, interesting about the dude getting arrested because somebody said he lawyered up actually before he got arrested. That's telling, I guess. But I guess you definitely want to. I guess you definitely want to always lawyer up when you're dealing with a legal situation, right? So anyway, oh, Jared Kushner in the building already. Uh, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Biden basically is telling y'all niggas, look, I shook hands with Obama like at least 3 times. Y'all niggas better vote for me. That's basically what he's telling y'all. And motherfuckers gonna do it blindly. They're gonna get behind it. Motherfuckers will say all kind of crazy stuff because Trump. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't like him because he has funny hair. I hate that guy, and that'll be their only thing. Like, my deal is, well, why did you love Obama so much? Why did you hate Trump so much? And these seem to be simple questions, right? You should have reasons for your actions, but it seems like it's extremely hard for people to answer these things. And again, it's not about like trying to trap them into questions and do all that kind of weird shit. It's just like simple stuff. And when you look at it, again, like I say, when you really don't have a dog in a fight, you're just kind of just watching people respond to things the way they do. And then again, there's a noticeable bias. It's like, why? Shouldn't you be wanting a person that is, you know, operating in your best interest? And obviously, a certain group of people are not operating in your best interest because you've been giving them, again, your support blindly for decades, and yet you still have the same problems every, election season. So, again, there's gonna be a bunch of niggas who are gonna justify voting for, and this is what I'm like, and I'm gonna love it because I'm gonna want to hear, like at this point, like black Democrats or liberals or whatever, and it's not like it's black conservatives versus black Democrats. But the thing is, what they can't use against black conservatives or black Republicans anymore is the Coon thing. Like you don't have access to the Coon card anymore. The Coon card is over with because this is going to be another election season where a candidate has done something to make black people look foolish. We can talk about Hillary pulling the hot sauce out, and Broderick Brooks. If y'all not familiar with Broderick Brooks, aka Broderick, he has a blog, Brief Real. He has a channel going too. So shout out to Broderick. Broderick is a big fan of Roland Martin, and but my beef with Roland Martin, even though I know like Broderick likes Roland Martin, my beef with Roland Martin was when Hillary comes on and this motherfucker tries to run and go find an ox car. Can you do the wobble? You want to do the wobble? And like literal shucking and jiving and cooning and all this. Like it's literally happening by particular people on this one side of the aisle. But anytime somebody else of your similar skin tone doesn't agree, then it's all becoming, he's a coon, he's Uncle Tom, he's this, he's that, he's the third. But in reality, you see who it is. You see who gets the rappers on your favorite rappers out here performing for these people. But yet, you've never seen these people do anything for the communities of that said rapper or for the communities that they're trying to get to vote for this person. Like, you have to wonder what is really going on. Like, what is the real agenda? What is the real purpose? And my thoughts are, Trump, when he said, hey, what do you have to lose? You've been voting for these motherfuckers all this time. They ain't done nothing for you. What do you honestly have to lose? And I thought that was probably one of the wisest things. I mean, you may hate the guy, and I can understand. It's your feelings. I can't tell anybody who to vote for, who to like. I just don't get like where the unmitigated hate just comes from. That's like my whole thing with it. So I find it funny. Um, so let's see. Yeah, but I said, yeah, you're not black if you don't vote for us. So I lost my black card today, y'all. I don't know if y'all, I don't know if y'all know that, but yeah, I don't like Trump because I lost my car keys. He has something to do with it. Yeah, that's pretty much like what the mentality is. Uh, I woke up this morning, I stubbed my toe, and uh, you know, fucking Trump was the fucking president when I stubbed my toe, so it's got to be his fault. He's the reason why he's a terrible person. He's ruined everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that is the kind of mentality that it seems like people have. Like, they do the craziest shit. They support some of the craziest shit, and it's so fucking wild. Like, I don't get why they do that. So, it is what it is. Roland Martin just argues with people. I think that's why Broderick likes him so much. Let me see. Now, getting back to what were we talking about? Drogas. Um, should America legalize all drugs? I mean, should people have the right to do what they want to do to their own bodies? One moment. All right. So, yeah, you're just doing anything just to help you. Hopefully, so your bets will come to fruition. You'll do anything you can to undermine Trump. Terrible, terrible. But here's my thing, though, right? So, like I said, you have these issues. You have, addiction, and you could talk about the problems that people have on drugs, right? And America's situation is, well, you do drugs, we catch you with the drugs, we lock you up, you have a record, and you have some problems, you know. And again, you keep doing it, we're going to enhance the problems that you have. So, my thing is this, right? And you can say what you want to say, and you can look at it however you want to. We talk about a lot of things here, but there are people who were born into some of I mean, just some of the worst fucking circumstances, right? And I'm sure some of you in here have been in that situation. Um, there's certain people who have been born in a situation they were just not supposed to win. They weren't even probably supposed to survive, right? You know what I mean? But yet they are here. They are uh, whatever. Some people find ways to thrive. Some people are born to drug addicted moms. Some people go through who God knows what at a young age and all of those things. But yet somehow they still manage to thrive and survive. Now, I'm not saying every one of these people is a drug addict, but you have a lot of people who grow up in situations where things are not. Yes, some people do sell crack. Absolutely, because some people, they do sell crack to their mothers, their aunts, uncles, and other family members. Family reunions must be terrible if you sell drugs to your family, but um, you know, but I'm a believer of this, right? And I feel like people should be entitled to do what they want to do. If I want to take a bunch of fucking Advil and overdose, I don't even know if you can overdose of Advil. I'm just saying it. But if you want to take a bunch of Advil and overdose, like you should be allowed to do it. Like I'm a person who believes also like what do they call it, assisted suicide. Like I don't have a problem with that, and I know it sounds fucked up, but I believe that if a person doesn't want to be here, then they should have that option. Actually, Heidi, you're wrong. You've been missing prepaid calls and prepaid in chat. So it's because you're not here, buddy. Psh, sorry. The fish fry is terrible. Terrible, terrible. But I feel like if you want to have control of your life, you should be able to. Like, think about it. Nobody asked to be here, right? Nobody asked. Nobody said, "Hey, I'm just a little sperm, just sperming it up." You know what? Let me send a little email. Uh, I guess what to the egg. Tell them I'm on my way. A text or something. I don't know. I don't know how they would communicate, but we didn't choose to be here. That's a terrible analogy. I started something, I had no idea where I was going with it. It crashed and burned immediately. So players fuck up, forgive me. But so I feel like if a person doesn't want to be here, they don't want to deal with the issues of day to day life. Shouldn't force them. Shouldn't make them have to be here, right? You know. Yes. Now that is something I do agree with also, Mr. Coach. Like I think that there should be a process. There should be maybe a little bit of therapy involved. I think there should be some steps. I don't think it should be a thing that should be able to be done like, hey, like fast food assistance or like you ever watch fucking one of the greatest, most underappreciated shows, fucking Futurama. Futurama was way better than The Simpsons. I don't care who wants to fight about it. We can scrap once all of the COVID clears up. Once you're fucking coughing on me and shit. But they had the fucking little suicide boost or whatever, right? And so I'm not talking about something like that. Like I think it should be a situation where you have to have plenty of time to think about it. But when it comes to drugs, I think if a person wants to do drugs, they should be allowed to, right? I think everything should be legalized. And like, oh, that's fucking crazy. But you gotta understand, is basically it is, right? You have basically motherfuckers who've created heroin, synthetic heroin with these pills, opioids and shit. It's the same fucking. These motherfuckers go the same fucking withdrawals. A lot of people graduate from pills to heroin. It's the same issues. I've seen it. It's crazy that these people go through. So the reason why I feel like this is for a multitude of reasons, right? And y'all know me. It used to be the Kush Den. So I am definitely pro 420. I have no beef. I'm not anti weed. Like I have no issue. I think weed should be legalized. I don't think it should be anything about it. I think if you can grow it, it should be yours, your right to have it. Like if you can literally plant a seed, water it, and you're not chemically altering shit, I think it should be your right to have it. I mean, at the very base level, aside from whatever my feelings may be about it, I think at the very base level, it's a plant. And when you start with that, what else do you get to ban? What other herbal things do you ban? So my thing about this is also that I think that, and I know that businesses don't have to hire a person if they're using drugs, they have that. But I think you got like fast food, right? Think about how efficient, at least for their first 2 weeks there, a bunch of crackhead employees at McDonald's would be. I mean, you'd be turning out fucking burgers like clockwork. I mean, orders would be. I mean, like it'd be the most efficient McDonald's. If you had like nothing but crackhead employees, you have the most efficient McDonald's for like 2 weeks. But about 5 days in, the register starts coming up short. Uh, Gonna be a pack of patties missing out of the fucking inventory. And things are just gonna start slowly but surely um, become missing, and then those breaks are gonna become a little bit longer. It's gonna be all fucked up. But but my thing is really like I think that if it's a job or a task that can be done, I think you should be allowed to be employed. I think you should be allowed to use whatever drugs you feel if you can maintain, and if you can't, I think there should be centers for help for people who want to get help, because there's a lot of people I think that just have addictive personalities. and they get on something that feels good, and they want to keep feeling good to fill whatever hole or void that they have inside of them. And I know you would say, "Well, Hunter, this sounds like a good reason. They probably shouldn't be fucking with the drugs." Yeah, in theory it does, but the thing is, people are going to find drugs anyway. And so I think if you legalize, you allow companies to create whatever brand or whatever they got, and then the market will dictate, what companies thrive, which ones fall off. And then I think you get people who are getting a product that's safe, that you don't have to. I think you basically squeeze like the illegal dealers out of it. I know some of them be like, "Shut the fuck up, Honcho. We don't. You hating on the niggas trying to get it in, not the trap, right, right. That's the bando." But I think you legalize and you squeeze it out, because here's the thing: people are always going to do what they want to do, and the more you tell people no, the more you create a black market for the thing you're telling people that they can't have. And this is America. There's ports everywhere. There's too many ways of entry that it's going to get here. So, and then again, like I say, you minimize the dangers, not just from the dangers of overdose or anything, but what I'm saying is like the shit that people go through to get it. Now, I don't know if that cleans up certain aspects of it. If the motherfuckers still out there committing crimes to go get it, but I think that you light it up on at least one front, and I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. Um, and I know you can look at the different drugs and say, well, what effects and the things of the meth and shit like that, which is meth is crazy, right? Meth is super crazy. Um, but it's a thing. It's a real thing. Meth workers are going to get it. But you got a lot of people on crack, on meth, on these drugs like this within a lot of these industries, because they get out of your system relatively quickly. And so you can take your piss test or whatever for these jobs, and then people get back on. So I mean, it's not like it's not happening anyway. I mean, the only thing nobody's really worked for is weed, because it stays in your system so long. So really, a lot of these places you go, a lot of these jobs you see, if people look like they could be on, they probably are. If not, then they have maybe a pill prescription where they have gotten a little friendly with it, and it's completely legal, but you walk around this motherfucker fucked up. So, you know, um, my thing is, from my days as a adventurous street entrepreneur, I'll tell you, like, man, when I get on the road and it sounds crazy, I'd be paranoid like a motherfucker. I'm like the most defensive driver in the world, because I just think about how many people are fucked up on the road, like on something. Like somebody's on something. Either they're drunk, they may be high, they maybe smoke some weed, depending on how different people handle that much differently. I've seen motherfuckers on peel. I've seen motherfuckers like half asleep at the wheel. Like, how did you get here? Like, you can't formulate real words right now, and you came here from across town. Like, just so I be annoyed on the street. Like, I'm terrified. Not really, but it's just I'm very cautious, because it's a crazy place. It's a lot of motherfuckers who are fucked up. Um, Government sponsored prostitute. Let's see. Double bleeding right to the property. I don't wake their ass up, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, Watch that also free needle. I fuck that. Nah, no free needle. Look, you have to pay for all your drug usage, right? Anything you do in drug related, you got to pay for it. We'll just talk to you about it. I don't know. Let me see. What are you doing? We're talking about YouTube rabbit hole. You said working together in the drug trade. I believe it. What the fuck? Oh, see, why did I go back and why did I go back and let's open up the line, man. I'm done. Why did I go back and read? Some said don't do it, and I should have went with my first mind and not did it. But something said don't do it, and I went back to read whatever the fuck Ashley was talking about, and it's probably the worst comment I've ever read in a den chat. Like, And I've read some crazy stuff. But I read a lot of crazy stuff that was like funny. But that was just crazy, like terrible, terrible. If I had a ruler, I'd smack you on the hand with it. All right. Okay, so a lot of stuff going. What the fuck is going on here? All right, there we go. Oh, you lovely people. How are y'all? How are y'all? I hope everybody is well. Let's get some calls in. Let me put my headphones on. No, it's not. It's not about taking the dead chat. It's that terrible thing that you said. It's very disgusting. All right. Let's see. Triple sentences for drugs? Nah, no way. Come on, Heidi. It's fucking triple the sentences for drugs. We all know it's life or death. No sentences. That's all it is. Immediately. No appeal. Nothing. Even if your car fucking smells like drugs, I smell fucking pills in here, you should go to jail. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing, right? You got, and I don't want to make it all about Joe. I do want to make it about Joe, but I'm not going to make it all about Joe. But it's just, you can take any accusation that you can try to levy against Orange Man Bad. I mean, you almost can pretty much do it against Biden. And it's so funny, right? Like, what happened to the chick? Like, did she disappear or something? Tara Reid, like that whole thing just washed away. Like, does she not exist anymore? Do we not care? Are we no longer believe in all women? So there's that. Yeah, exactly. Wherever you at, Ashley, just break the rules. Just go outside, walk around. No mask, anything. Uh, you ain't black, Heidi. How about that? Yeah, I'm maybe I'm not following the rules right. Maybe I don't got the rule book, but I've been out and about, and I don't really take the mask with me ever. Like, I forget all the time, and I get somewhere and everybody else has fucking masks on. I'm just like, oops. I don't know. Like, y'all are safe, so they got their masks on. So I guess I don't have to wear a mask, right? If they have theirs on, then everybody's good. So, um, so while we're sitting here, I was thinking too. I was also thinking. I'm glad you said the word vote, Heidi. For whatever reason, I don't know. But so this is what I'm thinking. I got to see how many members there are exactly. But I want to give membership an added benefit, right? And so maybe, just maybe, I gotta be careful because some of y'all form little gangs, little bands of degenerates and attack people, and so it may not be fair for some folks. But here is what I'm thinking: is maybe like membership. Like, if you remember, you also get like a phone vote. And so we counted, with one of like the little phone vote emojis or something like that, right? And maybe if you get so many, like then the call gets like banned or you get hung up on or something. Maybe not hung up on, but your call gets ended abruptly. But I got to figure it out. Like, membership should have some type of voting privilege. You know what I'm saying? That's about all I got. So, what are you talking about? Play fair? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm always fair. I'm the fairest of them all. I'm like the state fair. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, that's where we're at. Um, oh, did I not activate that? I could have swore I cut that off. My fault. So players fuck up. It happens. The pistachios are around somewhere. It should boot up here in a second. But but here's my thing, right? We gotta. I want to make the membership, so we gotta figure out like how that works, or I guess I gotta figure it out. But maybe depending on how many like members, the total number of members, maybe do something where if you accumulate like half that number of votes or whatever, then you like get your call ended, something like that. I don't know. Fucking dog didn't care. That's terrible. Uh, the Gong Show. Yeah, almost something like that. But like where people get a choice. Uh, it can get ugly real fast, though, right? But then I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't have a real big thought on it. But anyway, also, let's see. So yeah. Also, we started at 9:30 this evening. Okay. Like I said, we're going to do something in the Den Discord tonight. Right? We got one or two options, and we can do it like this. We can do movie night in the Discord, or actually we got three options. We got movie night in the Discord. We have karaoke night in the Discord, or we have fuck the Discord mixer crew night. Because the mixer crew is the trillest crew of all. So those are our options, right? I've talked for 40. The phone line's been open. Nobody's calling, so I have to talk. So I cannot extend it in. Depending on like it's yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need something. I got to figure out a way. If there is a way, maybe I could set like a to like trigger an event that happens after something automated, like for the people. I'm sure maybe there's something I could tweak between this bot and getting creative. Maybe set something where it triggers off like some type of response. Uh-oh. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
Ashley.
Hello, Ashley. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I kind of have a mini soundboard, right? I just don't ever use it. I got like a little fucking thing. I never use it. I don't even know why I bought it. But so what's on your mind this evening, Miss Ashley?
As pertaining to should we legalize all drugs, I think no.
Why not?
Because I don't think so. What would be the benefit of doing that?
I mean, what is the benefit of not doing it? I mean, people are still doing the drugs anyway. They're still going to get, messed up. And don't you think it would be better maybe to, instead of continuing to put people who are on drugs in jail, maybe try to help rehabilitate these people or give them an opportunity maybe not to be considered outcasts or derelicts of society, and maybe they can try to have legal employment if we legalized it.
So you think people should hire addicts?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like even a crack addict?
Yeah, crackheads do the best work. Have you ever seen a crackhead work? Like you gotta.
Crackhead that eats crack is the best worker ever. But I don't know. I don't think you should hire addicts.
I think you're prejudiced.
No.
What's wrong with hiring addicts?
Just because it's like a medical diagnosis. So addiction is like like a problem. So if you're hiring addicts, like sometimes you would have to accommodate them. And you wouldn't be able to fire them for acting like a fucking crackhead. Or I should say damn stupid crackhead.
No, you could say that. So you would be able to call them. I had to redoes it. It may still be going on. Yes.
Oh, yeah, because it sounds all choppy.
All right, hold on.
Should I call back?
Give it just a second. Let me see what happens. Give me about 10 seconds to see what happens here if it picks up. Or
Sure.
acts crazy. Looks like it's still gonna act crazy.
Oh my God, what am I watching?
I don't say it out loud. Whatever you are watching, we don't want to know. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's like, okay, so you know the group Salt and Pepper?
No, I've never heard of them.
Oh, well, that's terrible.
Who is Salt and Pepper?
It's a rap group.
A rap group. What do they rap?
Push It.
Push it. Push it to the limit. We push it. We push. That one? I thought that was Rick Ross.
No. I'm not going to rap for you. I'm not going to fall into that.
I mean, I'm just.
That would be.
I mean, you ain't got to rap it. I'm just curious of a song that they sing.
No, Push It real good.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Oh my goodness.
But what are you? So you're watching something about Salt and Pepper, and it's sketchy.
Yes. Well, she looks sketchy. Pepper, yeah.
Okay. So okay, you were saying so if there was one thing that you would legalize, that it would be. You said you would legalize weed. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, it's like basically legal, but yeah, just weed and definitely not cocaine.
Well, what's wrong with cocaine?
I mean, it's horrible.
Have you ever done cocaine?
Expensive.
Inexpensive.
What?
I'm laughing how you just kind of slid that in there at the very end of the comment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's terrible and expensive. So, but have you ever have you ever tried cocaine?
No, I've never tried it.
Well, how do you know it's expensive?
I know.
How do you know?
Because I know.
Interesting.
I've been to a few raves.
I
said I've been to a few raves. I know what's going on.
Oh, that is right. You are the raver. Yes, that's right. Okay. Do people rave anymore? Is that still a thing?
I'm old now. I'm sure they do.
Okay. I've never been to a rave. I'm gonna go to a rave if they do. We'll find a bar.
Really? Oh my God, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna go party up.
I love techno music.
I'm gonna go in there. No, I'm not. I actually do. I do want to go to one of those EDC, was it Electric Daisy Carnival, or what is the one in Miami?
Oh yeah,
Ultra or something like that. I'd actually like that. Those they actually look like they're a lot of fucking fun. And EDM is not that bad, but it look like the motherfuckers look like they party for a fucking long time. And speaking of drugs, I mean that ties right into it because those people are probably on drugs, partying for entire weekend straight. But those fucking that shit looks fun as shit. I will not lie. All of the yeah, I just got that notification too, Dre. That's crazy. Yeah, but it looks like they're having a whole lot of fun. Do you think that drugs can enhance things, moods, feelings? You say so?
Mhm.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing. It just depends, like if it's like marijuana, shrooms, or what else is normal? Like alcohol. I don't know.
You consider alcohol a drug?
But yeah.
Okay.
But like, what is it? Like wet? No, nobody should ever be allowed to do that.
Why do you think people get into doing drugs of that nature, that kind, like wet and those type of drugs that seem like there's no upside to them? Why do you think people do that?
The only people that I've known to do wet are like gang members that are just doing it because the big homies did it. But I don't know like anybody like from school, like trying wet or they're now a wet kid. I don't know anybody like that.
Okay. So the gangsters do the wet. They.
That's what I mean, pretty much.
Have you ever seen somebody smoke wet?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts about that?
Well, they were stuck.
Ah, yes, the good old stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, oh my gosh, like, why would you do that? It's like, if I ever seen somebody do that, like, no, I've never ever tried that.
And that's what I wonder too. Like, I mean, because most drugs you have to see the other person before they ever, usually if they tell you about, oh, this is such a good drug, and you see them on it, and they look like they're either non-responsive or their body's inoperable. It's kind of questionable. Like, why would you want that? But like the old saying goes, well, not old saying, but shit, the almost the deadlier the dope, the more they want that shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, that's almost like a better product to some people. So, maybe motherfuckers want to feel that close to death feeling, and it's crazy.
Shit. I don't need it.
Okay. All right. Oh, any other thoughts that you have on drugs, Miss Ashley?
Weed is awesome. Don't do anything too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Shrooms are pretty good. Have you ever done anything like?
Shrooms?
Yeah.
No, I've never done shrooms. I would try shrooms, but I've never done them.
What drugs have you done?
I don't do drugs. I'm all natural.
Well, what drugs have you done?
I only want natural energy and feelings and vibes. I do not do drugs.
You've never smoked weed?
Never.
Oh my gosh, you're saying. Well, that's awesome. All right. Well, this is my call.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling, Miss Ashley. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so. All right, bye.
Shout out to 335. See, that's a wingman right there. Shout out to 335, man. Yes, never. I would not condone the usage of such chemicals. What, just for the sake of altering your feelings? Terrible. It's a terrible idea. But yeah. So tonight, as I say, I'm debating either movie night or karaoke in the Discord, or mixer crew tonight. I haven't played Grand Theft Horse in a while, and I was thinking about it. I was really thinking about it. Don't tell nobody, Dre. But I think that I don't know. I stumbled across it because actually I had fucking I hadn't played Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, I tried the Netflix party thing. But I put the link in the whatchamacallit last night, and it was just taking people to like Netflix. So I guess if you didn't have Netflix, like you had to sign up or something. At first I thought it said you didn't have to have Netflix to use it, but we discovered, I guess we could call it an alternative method to being able to watch movies in the with the Discord crew. So that way, people who are in Discord ain't got to try to figure out anything new. But yeah, I tried that Netflix party thing. For some reason, I booted up the link and everything, and it wasn't. Excuse me, it wasn't working for some folks. What? K2, terrible. That K12, you mean? You see the K2, that's that beginner shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that K12. I don't know. I don't know what movie options. What do you guys wanna? We can go stand up. A good old stand up comedy is always entertaining. I like stand ups. Options to watch. I mean, basically anything I guess that's on Netflix or um, I got Amazon too. I guess either one of those. Or maybe it don't even have to be a movie. Maybe you can find a good old show or something. Maybe find an old some episodes of Martin or something. But I really like, yeah, I think stand-ups. Is there any good stand-ups out that I haven't watched? That might be the case. Stand-up in Nigerian movies, I've tried to watch them. They get an E for effort. That's definitely that. They have some good stories. But generally, that's what happens. Like when you have like less special effects and all of those things to like rely on, your story is usually what's most important. And that's why I like old movies, especially like old fucking westerns, right? Um, because it's really story based. All that extra shit, all that over the top action. I mean, there's the action that's necessary a little bit, but it's just the fucking Cowboys used to be on some gangster shit. I'm telling you. Rugged hood shows. What does that even mean? Uh, I don't even know what that means, Ashley. So, but yeah, we'll figure out something. We'll see who's in there after the stream, and we'll maybe take some votes on what options are available. Um, but yeah, so drugs, right? And again, I understand. You don't necessarily want to hire addicts, but I think there's a lot of addicts that are gainfully employed. I think there's a lot of functional drug addicts that are out there already, right? And I think like, how do you? I guess you don't want to quote unquote out these people, but is that? I mean, it's a risk, I guess. So is there a way that you could hire people who use drugs? Or maybe again, there's a some type of risk or some type of waiver or something that prevents you from having to take responsibility. But I think there's probably certain jobs you just don't want to take that risk, and I definitely understand that. I have not seen Dolomite yet. I have not seen it yet. You see, like, that's a very good point. And now that you've outed that, Hollywood's gonna come for the Nigerian stuff on Netflix. They're gonna start making a rule: if you don't have at least one, you can't have a show. You can't put your show on Netflix. Dolomite. Okay, that's interesting. See, look, I gotta watch Train to Busan. That's what we need to watch. But the only thing about that is it's a fucking sub. You gotta fucking read. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, y'all done started some shit on some web series. See, look, you know what? Sweetberry and Ronald, y'all go in the corner and go talk to each other. This is shenaniganery and nonsense. Um, so here's the deal, right? Because what I'm thinking is probably going to happen this evening. And I'm still trying to figure out why I've been having these issues with these notifications, and I'm wondering if it has anything to do with setting everything up so early. You know what I'm saying? And if that is doing something to it or not. He said all of my current stepdad's children are functional crackheads. Wow. Wow. I've held a few jobs. I've had some foremen who were definitely drug addicts. Like but they were on the job. Shit, the motherfuckers bust their ass. They fucking worked their ass off. There was no nonsense. They was about their business. When that check came, it was time to play. Shit. shit, motherfuckers was on it. They partied hard, just as hard as they worked. But then when it came back time to clock back in, it was good to go. Like, you never had no fucking issues with them. Some people are just like that. Some people are, they're going to do their job. They're going to do what they're supposed to. And again, these people who are in charge of some very important things. So, there you go. They're out there. It happens. If you've walked in any kind of new construction within the last probably 2 fucking decades, this is 2020s. You've been in a building that had some type of crack addict or heavy amphetamine user has been on that project. I guarantee it. You know what I'm saying? So. These are those type of shows where I've had a lot of characters die in real life. Well, goddamn. Oh my god, this sounds like some fucking soap opera shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this sounds like some fucking soap opera shit. Now, I expected this out of Sweetberry, right? But you, Isley, very disappointed. I'm extremely disappointed. But yeah, like I was saying, what is probably going to happen? It's going to look like we're having a slow boogie evening this evening. Either way, so we may have a bit of a shorter actual den stream, and then, like I say, we'll be in the Discord. Possibly. I don't know. I said I might say fuck all y'all and go with the Mixer crew. Since don't nobody want to call in tonight, and this is how we acting, right? I love bad acting. That's terrible. Why would you? Oh my god. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I have no comment. Like, I want to go in, but I'm just gonna let them do whatever they do. The Don of the Discord says Mixer. I may be leaning that way because we get in the damn Discord and then all Ronald and Sweetberry talking about some bullshit. Nobody want to hear all that. Yeah, we might have some Mixer crew. Because the last couple of times I've tried to do Mixer crew, I think either I got in the Discord and I got on to the Xbox and never booted up Mixer, or like it didn't send notification or something. Like it was something. It was something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the love, YP. And shout out to Footballer 503. Because here's my deal. Like, and normally I would do both. But the only reason why I'm not gonna stay up super late tonight, like I said, because I got to get up early tomorrow and go. He's drive an hour across town. Fuck. He's drive an hour across town, go get my wig split, and then he's drive a fucking hour back across town. And then the fucking worst part is like sitting under the goddamn dryer. It feels like fucking forever under that goddamn dryer. When you have so much, that's like the worst part of it. I've really been thinking about trimming this shit, like cutting a big chunk of hair off. Like, a lot. I've really been thinking about it. Because it's a whole lot of fucking shit to deal with. And then the fucked up part about it is like, I can't get that creative, as far as unique styles and things. It's too much hair. The hair is too fucking heavy or whatever, right? So having a lot of hair definitely limits options. But yeah, I don't know about this crazy thing. So we may, like I say, I don't know. We'll see. We may Mixer tonight, then could maybe movie night tomorrow or vice versa. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because Mixer, we got a couple of options. I need to finish Streets of Rage 4. So there's that. I definitely can do the Division. I don't know why I really, for some reason, enjoy that game. It's a lot of the same old, but I actually enjoy the game. The most gangster game out right now, Overcooked 2. That's my shit right there. So, things like that. So that's what I'm thinking. We might do something like that. Well, one or the other. Like I said, we'll figure it out before everything is all said and done. But I guess if we're going to do a quick poll, because I don't want to type in anything, I want to know people's feelings on drugs. Should drugs be all drugs legalized, 0 for no, 1 for yes? Thoughts on whether or not people should be allowed to intake whatever uh, chemical concoctions they choose, or should they not be allowed to do that? Hmm. See what just happened right now with Sweetberry and Ronald Isley is like when like two mutual friends meet up at a party, but they both bring like friends who aren't quite like super friendly. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody's kind of maybe they meet up, they maybe sit in the same area or going out to eat, whatever. And then that one topic comes up, and then that fucking light switch comes on, and the two friends who don't really know each other, they just start talking. They just hit on. They just start, that's what has just taken place, right? And it's not like they're not familiar with one another, but it. So that is what has taken place between these two individuals, and it's terrible. It's really a terrible thing. So, you say 0 some days, others 1. Okay. But that's my thing. It's like, and then what is considered a drug? Because Ron Lyons, she mentioned alcohol, and I think you definitely put that in the same category. But at the same time, you could put foods into a category of um, drugs because they alter, your behavior. You eat certain things, you're going to respond a certain way, right? Even if you're talking about liquors, certain types of liquors make people respond in certain ways. Some people drink gin, they're going to respond a certain way. Some people may drink tequila, they may be aggressive and angry. You may drink fucking whiskey and wake up 3 days later. Who fucking knows? But um, like I say, it's a thing. So all of these things can count as to how they impact your um, your body response. It was funny because I was looking up some things, looking up like just natural things, and I discovered something very interesting. But we'll talk about that at another time. Oh shit! No man, y'all don't understand how much I was trying to hold that. Good grief! All right, I apologize. Apologize for that. Oh, are we buffering again? Come on with the bull boo boo. Oh man, and yes, Discord crew. I can't stand y'all. Y'all got a whole other thing going on there in the Discord. There's a Discord subculture that has been created. I don't even understand it, but it's happening. Um, so here's the deal. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? I'm gonna be honest with you guys, right? It's Friday night. We're in here. It's a little slow boogie. Not really getting, not really getting a lot of bites on the topic. I don't know how much of it's been impacted by, you know, notification issues or people just not feeling it tonight. I get it. I got it. I get it. I get it. So let's call it a wrap, right? And well, I think we'll slide to the. I think we'll slide to the Discord. Maybe get a quick discussion to figure it out. But I think I'm leaning kind of mixerish tonight, and then maybe we do movie night tomorrow night. This is what I'm thinking. And then maybe we can take some votes. Like what we can do is maybe start tonight till tomorrow sometime. We'll take votes, and whatever option gets the most votes, we'll do something like that. I think that'll be the best option. So this is what's going to happen. Because again, I see this shit is fucking picking up and dropping frames, and I'm not even gonna fight it tonight. I'm gonna let the universe win this evening. So what's gonna happen is I'll be in the Discord here almost immediately after the stream. But more than likely, probably gonna just jump in some mixer action tonight, and I guess I'll get in the Discord. We'll post what game options we got. Or I guess I'll just get on mixer and we'll get whatever game options, and we'll figure it out from there. But give me about 10 to maybe 15 minutes before I hit the mixer action, and then we will go there. I'm not mad. I mean, here's my thing, honestly. I'm not mad at all. It is what it is. Well, I'm not mad about anything but you guys talking about that crazy fucking show. But that's all right. I'll get revenge on the both of you. But, yeah, it's just one of them evenings, man. So this is what we'll do. About 10 to 15 minutes or so, I'll probably end up on the Mixer crew. So that is mixer.com/Honcho Saucy. I'll post it in the Discord if you're in that. And then, Age of Empires is an option too. I haven't played that in a while. We got a couple options. We'll see what's up. But like I said, we'll definitely be in the Discord first, and then slide to the Mixer crew, and then go from there. But all you wonderful people, not Sweetberry, not Ron Eyes, y'all are not wonderful people. But oh man, come on, man. We already know about Kamala's craziness. But like I said, because I see it's picking up, so we'll just slide to the Mixer. So man, catch me in the Mixer. I'll put the link in the Discord, and then like I say, I'll put the link in there, and then we'll slide probably to the Mixer tonight, and then we will link it. We will link up probably Saturday night. Excuse me for moving. Like, give me a second. Let me put the Discord link. Excuse me. What the fuck? How the hell these niggas already in the damn Discord? See, that's what I be talking about. That's the Discord. You gotta watch out for. You got people already in there. Ain't even talking, just in there marinating in the damn Discord. Don't make no damn sense. So here's the Discord. If you ain't in there, make sure you come join the conversation. Join us in the voice chat, or you can be in the text chat, however you get out. But Monday, definitely Monday. But like I said, we have some over the weekend Discord. Actually, make sure you be a part of that. And with that being said, I appreciate all of y'all again. I don't know why I have these hot fucking headphones on, but it is my honor. It is my privilege, but most of all, more than anything, it is my pleasure to get to chop it up with you wonderful people each and every night. But we're gonna call it a short night tonight. All right. So Mixer crew, get your snacks together. I'm gonna go get mine together, and everybody else, we'll either see you in the Discord, or I'll see y'all Monday. So I'm trying to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. The link to the Discord is right there. But y'all gotta get the fuck up out of here, and I'm gone.